Nestled at the foot of Green Mountain lies Qingxi Village, a place blessed with simple and honest folk customs. For generations, villagers have tended their small plots of land, rising with the sun and resting at dusk, leading peaceful and tranquil lives. Yet the village harbored a cruel troublemaker named Zhang Losan, who cast a shadow over the entire community with his misdeeds. Strong and robust, Zhang Losan was lazy, narrow-minded, and unscrupulous, knowing he had no family to worry about and thus nothing to lose. He ran amok in the village, refusing to earn an honest living through farming. He idled away his days, preying on kind-hearted neighbors and extorting them for personal gain. Most villagers were gentle and peaceable, unwilling to stir up trouble. Their tolerance only emboldened Zhang Laosan, making his bullying and wicked acts increasingly unbridled. During the spring seedling transplanting season, while other villagers busily tilled and sowed, he would sneak in to pull up their young seedlings and seize their fertile, flat farmland. In the fruitful autumn, he crept into villagers' rice fields and orchards at dusk to steal grain and fruits. Anyone who dared to stop him was met with his foul abuse and violent shoving. Grandma Li, a lonely elderly widow who survived on a meager pension and a small vegetable plot, was a frequent target, taking advantage of her vulnerability. Zhang Laosan constantly pestered her for rice and flour. The slightest refusal would prompt him to smash her belongings, leaving the old woman living in constant fear. Greedy and selfish to the core, Zhang Laosan never contributed a penny to the village's road repairs, bridge construction, or student aid donations, even mocking the generous villagers for being foolish. When a young local man returned home with savings to renovate his old house, Zhang Laosan, consumed by jealousy, snuck out at night to damage his building materials and sabotage his plans repeatedly. Before long, the whole village feared and detested him, shunning his company, yet too intimidated to confront him directly. Everyone whispered the same truth, as heaven watches over all human deeds. This wicked man would surely get his comeuppance one day. Far from feeling remorse or mending his ways in the face of everyone's forbearance, Zhang Losan grew even more arrogant. He believed his years of unpunished tyranny proved his superiority, often sneering at honest folk as cowards, and boasting that he could indulge his vicious ways forever without consequence. Several years passed. Qingxi Village enjoyed favorable weather and abundant harvests, and every household thrived, all except Zhang Losan. Still alone and isolated, he let his fields lie barren and his house fall into dilapidation. Instead of reflecting on his own faults, he blamed all his misfortunes on his neighbors and hatched a desperate, malicious scheme to strike big. It was late autumn, and villagers had spread their plump, newly harvested rice across their courtyards to dry, the fruit of their whole year's hard work. Coveting the grain, Zhang Laosan waited for a stormy night with howling wind and impending rain. He slipped into the village's drying ground, planning to steal sacks of rice. Overcome by greed and malice, he resolved to ruin the harvest if he could not take it for himself, and set fire to piles of crop stalks on the spot. Fanned by the fierce wind, the flames blazed up instantly, engulfing the entire drying ground in roaring fire and thick smoke that lit up the pitch-black night sky. Roused from sleep by the blaze, villagers rushed out to fight the fire, heartbroken at the sight of their year-long harvest going up in flames. They worked together tirelessly to douse the flames and contain the disaster. Thanks to their prompt efforts, the fire did not spread to residential houses. Yet most of the grain and farm tools were destroyed, inflicting heavy losses on the villagers. Amid the chaos, several villagers caught sight of a fleeing figure, undoubtedly Zhang Laosan. At dawn, the villagers jointly reported the crime to the authorities. Officials quickly traced the clues and identified Zhang Laosan as the culprit. With solid witness testimony and irrefutable evidence, he could not deny his crimes and confessed reluctantly. While awaiting trial and sentencing, the long-overdue retribution descended on Zhang Laosan. He had long lived a dissolute life, drinking excessively and harboring malice and resentment in his heart every day. Within just a few days, he was stricken by a sudden severe illness, racked with body aches and confined to his bed. None of the neighbors he had bullied and tormented over the years felt the slightest sympathy, and no one came to care for him. He lay alone in his rundown, desolate house, suffering bitterly from his ailment with no one to turn to. In the end, Zhang Laosan was convicted on multiple charges: arson, intentional damage to private property, and repeated harassment and bullying of villagers. He was sentenced to severe punishment and thrown into prison. His abandoned old house fell into complete ruin, and Qingxi village was finally free of its tyrant. Languishing in prison, plagued by illness and overwhelming regret, he knew it was far too late to atone for his sins. A lifetime of bullying the weak and harming others for petty gains had exhausted all his blessings, leaving him with nothing but a miserable fate of imprisonment and ruin. From then on, the villagers of Qingxi village believed even firmly that justice prevails under heaven, and good and evil always reap their due rewards. Kind deeds may not bring immediate blessings, but evil acts will never escape retribution. All arbitrary tyranny and selfish harm to others may seem profitable for a moment, yet they are nothing but seeds of misfortune sown for oneself. When the bitter fruits ripen, no wrongdoer can ever escape their fate.